Proper transition. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Robyn. Welcome to White Noise. I have no idea where we're at. It might be 34, it might be 35. Um, but we're here, and that's all that matters. I posted on our Instagram this morning about how it would be a little gloomy today, and it ended up being really sunny and wonderful. So I posed a loose theme, which is just that I want us to, read from our journals. And I brought my journals to read from, and I hope you readers out there and you watchers out there read from yours too, if that, suits you. I brought along a little book with me. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. I'm sorry. It's just coming out. It's the stage. What can I say? So this is The Fable Damned by Andy Clausen. Last time I was here, I said I'd read some of Andy's stuff. Andy Clausen passed recently. He was a poet and one of the last remaining beat poets left. Was friends with Allen Ginsberg and, knew all the beats back in the day. And he was also an incredible inspiration to me. He used to come and perform here at Greenkill during the voiceless reading days when I was a wee little lass, and I would perform here when I was 18. And Andy and his partner Pamela, who also passed last year, were incredibly encouraging to me as a young poet, and I just want to dedicate this space to one of his poems now. And I just skimmed through this book trying to find something, and this one caught my eye as because of recent events in the world and everything. It's called War No More War. War must be ended or humanity will perish. Not a war, that's not enough. All war. Yes, we can all prosper. Machinery will free the world from ubiquitous drudgery. Robots will do the dirty work, the tendon-damaging repetitive tasks, the dangerous must-dos. Education will bring prosperity that the craven power seekers have coveted for the few. To all, the limited prosperity of oligarchs will in retrospect seem like the gaudy uselessness of modern fashion shows. Scores of myriad young Darwins, Bacons, Buddhas, Da Vinci's, Christs, Shakespeare's, many Dylans, Mozarts, Lao Tse's have died on the battlefields. Unfulfilled millions of geniuses never reached their prime. Mothers, daughters, lovers grieving and killed as collateral damage, and yes, in combat. After a generation, they are remembered generically. That's all to show for those brief incarnate lives. They once had names, now they have none. I guess that fit with the gloominess I was talking about before. Andy was amazing, and I love this book. It's just such a quintessential beat work of poetry, and his strength comes out in it. Even the last year of his life, you can still see that strength when he read his poetry. It was always there, and yeah, that's all about that. But I just this was written. When was it written? I think it was published recently. Yeah, this was published this year. But this collection is from many years of writing. Yeah, but it was published this year. He had 2 books published this year, actually. The other one was a collection of poetry him and Pamela wrote together. And yeah, so that's really all I have to say. I probably had way more to say and I forgot because, that's what happens. But that's okay. We have an open mic list as usual, and I forget who's next, but that's okay. Thank you, mysterious man. First up is Angela. Welcome to the stage.
Cool. All right. The other day I had this idea. I don't know where it came from, but I was thinking of this song that I was obsessed with for about a week, like a year and a half ago. It was just kind of one of those things where it came into my life at the right time. And I made a last-minute decision at that time to play it at an open mic. And it was a piano song, so I just kind of like roughly arranged it for guitar. I didn't really know what I was doing. And just figured it would be like something I had to put out into the world. And I remember playing it that night, and it felt really good. And I never wrote down how I arranged it. I never recorded myself playing it. Didn't have any recording from that night. So that was kind of just like lost to the ether. But I don't know. I had this thought the other day, like maybe I'll just try it again and see what comes out. So I don't think this is exactly what I had come up with that night, but maybe that's okay. This is a song by Johanna Warren, I don't know how to say her name. It's called Involvulus. Transitory times, all our stars aligned. Map maker must have been blind, sure made heaven hard to find. Temporary states, better late than never. You have taught me how to wait, but I can't wait forever. I can see you're scared. I love you just the same. No one's perfect or prepared for this mortal game. So meet me where I stand, and I will do the same. Higher self to higher self, you know who I am. You know why I came. Drop the stories, take my hand. I have done the best I can. Orpheus looked back. Hades knew he would. Just a quick glance over his shoulder. Now she's gone for good. Thanks. It's a good song. All right. Oh, I have to retune. So I did something very unusual for me as an introvert. I went out like every single night this week, and I'm feeling very tired, but a lot of that was going to see music, so I am also feeling very inspired. And I ended up kind of revisiting a song that I started a month or two ago. I went to see a friend who was in town from Nashville, and he's a real country guy, and I went and see him sing with a honky-tonk band and go play his country songs. So I was inspired to finish this quasi-country song I started recently, and it's still kind of in progress, I guess, but for now it's called Mirrors. Sliver of the moon, looming low and large. I wanna reach up and take a bite. No one else out on the road tonight. Wonder which star you are in the sky. I'm driving slow, catching all of the red lights. Got too much time with my mind. Don't know how to feel, so I'll just feel everything. Can you help me decide? He told me once we're all just mirrors for each other's light. And I want to see mine. 'Cause when it's dark, I'll know it's never really night. Hold that mirror high. Nightbird sings, traveling o'er the water. I hear his voice carried strong. But who does he sing for if he's lonesome and lonely? Maybe I should sing along. 'Cause I'm wishing you well with my lucky penny. Let the bygones be good and gone. And if someday I should think of you and smile, well, that wouldn't be so wrong. told me once we're all just mirrors for each other's light, and I want to see mine. 'Cause when it's dark, I'll know it's never really night. Hold that mirror high. I tell you now, I'll be the mirror shining back your light for all time. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Angela. That was so lovely, as always. I just get up here and compliment you every single time. And I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but, you know, I just love it. I love it. I just, like, go into this transcendental state when you start performing, and it's really lovely, especially after a long day of work. Next up is John. Welcome to the stage.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. So I saw Robyn's post this morning about the gloomy day, and although it was not a gloomy day, she also suggested reading from our journals. And this is a journal that I haven't written in a long time, but I've gotten a lot of poetry out of it. And I've been working on a poetry book for a few years now, and I'm finally releasing it this summer. And I just talked to David, and I'm going to be doing a reading here, which is very exciting. And one of the poems I'll be reading is in that book, but the rest of it is just something I wrote sort of stream of consciousness, which is how I tend to enjoy writing the most and get the most out of it, because I really just get myself out of the way and let whatever's coming through come through. Okay. Yeah, so here we go. To be wild again, free to dance to any rhythm. Would you have to trade your skill? That specific thing you've toiled to gain, closer to you than your own name, the repetition of the heart drumming on its cage. To be untapped potential, that cannot be my goal. That is merely how to start. The sticky, brainy rolling. Like snow, it does accumulate. Such knowledge of the paths, once, twice, thrice rebound, before standing on steady ground. But even the stablest structures fall. Time it takes and raises all. All the mass inside a point, born within a tiny pit. Seeds that moan for human bone explode into a rose. The burning bush, a thorny crown, ring around the rosy gown. Mark the spot with something hot to recall what you found. The goal of the soul is to know all below. It whips a wind into a mass, waters them to let it grow, sets a flame within to glow, and plays for it a singing glass, just before letting it all go. Open chest spilling out, flowers golden sing and shout, mighty praises squelching doubt, keys black and white dance about. Treasure chest with breath for key. The more you give, the more you receive. Lose your head, don't scream or shout. Listen not with ears of doubt. Make your head an empty space. Move within your healing grace. Breathe into your blooming flower. Grant your heart deciding power. Make not cryptic rolls of chance. Make instead a flowing dance. Look without and look within. See with eyes of compassion. Fill your chest with the breathy key and unlock your dammed up sea. And that's that. Thank you.
Thank you, John, and congrats on your book. That is so exciting. I can't wait to hear more and to be here when you perform it. Next up, I didn't look, but I think my brain knows. Is it Lovejoy? I think it's Lovejoy.
No, it's not. There's actually
Intermission 3.5?
yeah, there's a renegade.
Oh. Wait, really? Oh, okay. Next up is Cole. Welcome to the stage.
For the advice of Robyn, and this gloomy day, not so gloomy. Very stream of consciousness. And I wrote it today, actually. I decided, why not? Go as fresh as possible. Journal to table or stage or whatever. Okay. Here it goes. Today I focus on breathing, vulnerability. I had a panic attack today after I walked into class 30 minutes late, and now I feel a little deranged. Red eye in hand, my second cup before 10 a.m. The wet smell in the air resembles wet dog more than it does petrichor. The room is heavy today. Immediate politics. The sun is not shining, rather it is screaming, today is my day off, and I'll let the clouds handle it. Decadent tides. They scurry to find me at the Stewart, sipping a matcha tonic, talking to Mike, who is convinced we could go out on a date. Too bad my favorite color is green, and I'm lactose intolerant. Mike drinks 5 gallons a week, he says. That's enough to completely stun my desire to walk on water and bind books covered in suede. As Mike continues to laugh with a mouthful of scone, I think of what it's like to potentially fuck him. I'm feeling a little vulgar today, as if I didn't put off an 8-page paper until the night before. It's now a week late. My tongue is stuck on the roof of my mouth like ice wedged up there, and my tongue was dry, stuck. Housekeeping entails counting the change in my vacation jar and buying a new pair of used MJs. Housekeeping evades writing this paper. It also means answering manic texts from my mother and licking nutritional yeast off my finger after devouring a bag of popcorn, Bjorn corn to be exact. The cataclysmic tribulations of the day can be blamed on the solar eclipse that happened in April. But then again, I was told I can blame the rest of this year's problems on the eclipse. I'll let you know how true that is at the end of the year.
Thank you, Cole. I love that little surprise of your presentation and your performance. That was wonderful, and you're incredible, but you know that. Whatever. But no, that was so lovely, and I love hearing about. I love new shit. Come on, let's all read new shit. That's like the best. Yeah. Next up is Lovejoy.
I thought the end was near, but then I looked up. And before I knew it, there was a cataclysm that had completely misaligned my original intentions so that I could just rip the pages out of my journal and rip my clothes off and run out into the awesome spring and announce myself to the universe. I'm here! Well, wasn't like I expected. And I had to deal with that. It brought up some stuff. But I'm brave. I dealt with it. I learned something. I saw a new side of myself, a new side to befriend, add to the mix. But I didn't know this new side. Was he tender? Was he vulnerable? Was he a he? Was he young, old, fast, slow, political, apolitical? And all of a sudden it didn't matter. And I felt that dreamy beckoning come that just sweeps me away into what some people call delusion, but I like to call illusion. And there I was, picking flowers underneath the rainbow, asking myself over and over, where did you come from? Who are you? How does it all work? When do things change? And that's when I realized this was just the beginning of something very big. And then everything got weird. I forgot. I had a misstep. I wasn't curious anymore. I could smell a bad attitude. I was cryptic with myself. What a disaster. What did I have to hang on to? That's a good question. What's left? When everything goes, what's left? Well, there's always that thought that everything is gone. You can hang on to that for a minute. Nah, it's time for a whole new scenario. Change the scenery, change the lights. A new stage, please. It's springtime. It's time for renewal. It's time for soul stories. It's time for flights of fancy. It's time for visions of the impossible. And it's time for that randy, outrageous, don't do it, I dare you. You're not really going to do that, are you? Oh, God. Not again. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. I mean, I know there's no beginning and there's no end, but that doesn't help. In fact, it hinders. So, it's time to get responsible. Take a shower, go for a run, paint the bathroom, buy a puppy, change my diet, get a new car. You know what? It didn't make a difference. It's still me. It's still the impossible. It's still the on the edge of the cliff type of wake-up call. And dot, dot, dot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And then so So what? I know. Are we supposed to wrestle with ourselves? Or is it storytelling? Maybe it's a misnomer. Too much to consider. So when all else fails, just make it up. That's what they say. Okay. All right, I'm happy. I can go from here. One foot in front of the other.
My baby knows me better than I do. Funny how a woman has it over a man. I can do anything for he beside me. Leaning on her's where I make my stand. Where'd we be? Love. Woman, standing behind a man even when he's wrong. True, pure, undying love, woman, makes a man a fool to think he can make it alone. Daddy was a wild one when he was younger. Everybody told my mama be hard to tame. Full of himself, he said sir to nobody. Ought to hear him come running when mama calls his name. Where'd we be? Now the love of a woman, standing behind a man even when he's wrong. True, pure, undying love, a woman, makes a man a fool to think he can make it alone. Man goes crazy trying to catch his feelings. Too much pride, yeah, the words come out wrong. That's okay, he's still a hero. Steady as a rock, look, he's rolling along. Where'd we be? Now the love woman, standing behind a man even when he's wrong. True, pure, undying love, it warm on. Makes a man a fool to think he can make it alone. Makes a man a fool to think he can make it alone. Here's a song I wrote. Excuse me, still losing my voice here. A while ago. It's gonna be one of the next ones I'm gonna put on my record. It's all true. It's about where I grew up. It's called Just Like That. Coincidentally, it's probably almost the same chords too. There's a white stone chapel on the outskirts of town, filled with toys and hand-me-downs. By on Sunday morning after church, people wait, they drive by, something we've known all our lives. Kids played outside till they got hurt. Ain't it funny the little things seem to work? In an old light town on the outskirts of nothing, Friday night headlight party that's pumping out wailing. Billy Jones, Hank Haggard, and Cat. Hit one red light the next town over, hammer on the throttle, burn a little rubber, then let you drive. And if you don't drive fast, wanna know how we raised just like that. That first time kiss under a broke porch light made those lips taste just right. After walking her up to that front door, whole ride home running through your head, praying that daddy didn't cut you down. Snuck over that night for a little bit more. Got her asses whooped a time or two before. In an old light town on the outskirts of nothing, Friday night headlight party that's pumping out wailing. Willie Jones, Hank Haggard, and Cash. They'd one red light the next town over, hammer on the throttle, burn a little rubber, then let you drive. And if you don't drive fast, wanna know how we raised just like that. Just like that. Nothing like a heartbreak when you gotta walk it home. Nothing like a homecoming dance, you and her and your favorite song. Nothing like a shake his hand, give me your word, the days are so long gone. The older we get, days go fast. Before you know it, Grandpa's last. Crying your eyes out and nothing's gonna be the same. Pick yourself up, remember how tough he was and that you're strong enough. And he's the man that gave it daddy your last name. In an old light town on the outskirts of nothing, Friday night headlight party that's pumping out wailing. Willie Jones, Hank Haggard, and Cash. They'd one red light the next town over, hammer on the throttle, burn a little rubber, then let you drive. And if you don't drive fast, we helped each other out when you're low on cash. wanna know how we raised just like that. Just like that. Well, thank you. Is it time for one more? I don't even. She comes home late at night, kicks the high heels off her sides, lays down on the bed. Said it'd been a long day at work, couldn't wait till I got home. So babe, you no, let's watch her sleeping. Now just pull the covers up, I wonder what she's dreaming. Way she's wrapped up with a t-shirt on, got the lights turned way down low. Radio's got a favorite song, and she's singing right along. Itchy head down, baby, let it fall. Read the phone cord at the wall. Whisper, love you while you're drifting off again. Whenever we're alone. Took her out last Friday night, laid it dance under neon lights. That girl, she's turning heads. Stranger's eyes right on my girl. Can't blame her, man, she's beautiful. She's coming home with me. Lord of beauty, it's hard to hide. Counting my blessings every night. Ooh. Well, she's wrapped up with a t-shirt on, got the lights turned way down low. Radio's got a favorite song, and she's singing right along. Itchy head down, baby, let it fall. Read the phone cord at the wall. Just love you while I'm drifting off again. Ever we alone. Well, she's wrapped up with a t-shirt on, got the lights turned way down low. Radio's got a favorite song, and she's singing right along. Let your head down, baby, let it fall. Read the phone cord at the wall. Just love you while you're drifting off again. Whenever we're alone. Whenever we're alone.
Thank you, Jordan. We always give a second round of applause to first-time performers. So Thank you. Thanks for coming to White Noise. We don't have enough country music players here, so always welcome. Next up is Tim Brennan. Welcome to the stage.
Mic okay? No. I know it's a special mic. Great. Well, I didn't bring a journal. I didn't know about that, but I brought new work. Some of it's from today, so good luck to us. A fire sale Madonna and child in a frame for quick delivery. Emotional succor, hyacinths by the bucketful, by the back step, and calling what it is like it is. It was and ever shall be fleecing the flock faithfully from the belly down to the ground. She was a saint, was she? Nicks between the knees going forward toward the door, trailing metal filings to coat the most tender abstractions. If bigger wasn't better than nothing at all, they would have known better than to let our ship land. We thought she'd only brought flowers on board. And this one actually is from today. These forced interactions with the new generation of inventors. Again and against all your impulses, you were driving past the ball field when the ground began to shake. It was a false alarm, though. We'd been through too many lost souls to excuse more of the poorly wrapped collecting on the loading dock. To break from your past may take a lifetime of birthday parties, frozen silences, and forgotten rendezvous. A drive across the desert in July with everything you own tied to the roof. Gazelles and longhorn sheep backlit by sunset in the Rockies. And that urge to escape mindless repetition and dead metaphors was never more keenly felt than when we kissed behind the privacy screen, out of the sight of workers carefully loading dynamite into the car for excavation. How carefully we uncovered the fossils only added more fuel to the disputes raging over climate change as we tried to imagine ourselves in this moment of human history. And the mystery of it compounded by a general listlessness, late-night dog walking, and the shame of bad coffee. It's not what our parents expected of us. And then one more. In the revised world, all doors open out to relieve interior spaces often plagued by ghosts. Revenants whose memory loss is as severe as their lack of appetite for having past actions broken into, disassembled, and exploited as material with which to build instructional parables to deter the young from pursuing pleasure. Forgetting is their point. Some of us nearing the far end of our lives realize this, as everyone around us seems to be rushing to sort through memories to frame in various rectilinear formats in order to decorate rooms so like those recently liberated. When the children passed through these rooms, they could tell the difference right away. The constantly changing air bristles light with birdsong, laughter, and surprise. Mothers, startled at their shoulders and backs' new suppleness, move lightly up the steps. The ghosts act giddy out in the free flow of spring wind and clown about the playground seesaw, which they can neither budge up nor down. Light quickness is the point, though, and a strategy to keep from being devoured again. After a while, the ghosts who've been worn down for years react like the neglected prisoners they are, thrust into a blinding light. They grow tired and disoriented at the lack of geometric hard surfaces and rigid controls and begin to question whether they should now want for something, and if so, what. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. That was really beautiful. And thank you for letting our ears hear your words for the first time. I love reading new poetry here. Every time I come here and perform, it's only stuff I've written from the last time I've been here. I brought my journals with me, 2 journals, because one of them is very new, and I bookmarked way too many things, and I'm just gonna read like 2, I think. But this first one is actually not too new. I don't know when it's from, but it's from March 2nd, which was a great day because I wrote this poem on that day. Or this journal entry. I never read my journal when I perform, so that was like my idea with this theme, is doing something out of our comfort zone. And I feel like everyone really obliged, and I appreciate it. You all are wonderful. Thank you. I buy 3 books for Helen, 2 on Greece, 1 on childhood nostalgia, 3 books for Maddie, 1 on Hunter S. Thompson, 1 Gogol, and 1 Lorca. 2 for me, a copy of Pedro Paramo and Goya's Caprichos. I get a free latte out of it. There was a tampon stuck in my journal today. When I took it out, I called them cotton bullets. You're on your way to Brooklyn. Auf Wiedersehen, adieu, ciao, arrivederci, au revoir, adios, hasta luego, ta-ta. I debate on an egg roll. Just debate on it. Sit and wait on it. Wait for the latte to pass through. Wait for the rain to stop raining. Wait for the bookstore clerk named David to give me a drag. Wait for the drag. Wait for it. Sell your soul to Barnes & Noble. Slip on a leather pantsuit and dance with my mom before she throws up in the bathroom. Wait for that to stop. Stop listening, God damn it. Walk with a limp just for the hell of it. Give your neighbor a ride to work just 'cause it's raining. Like, what's the point of having privilege if you don't use it to help others? Smile as the gentrifiers walk by. Throw out the latte. It fucking sucks. It was great. Sit in the rain until you drown. Try not to breathe in when they cough in your face, and tell your dog to stop staring. It's impolite. Contemplate the abandoned ruins of your local plaza. Stop that, it hurts. He's a biter, just like his mama. The little girls with dirty blonde hair wear clothes too small for them. I hope it all ends well for them. I hope we outclass the classists, make them sleep underground for a night or on their ex's couch. Make them see, make them hear. Wake up, wake up. The colonizers are coming. They hide under their own guilt. I'm just wearing a fuzzy purple scarf and biding my time. Speaking to God, to Pessoa, to Vivian. I've missed these days, sitting around and waiting, having time to do anything and nothing, with no consequences either way. It is so few and far between. A day with minimal interaction, just me and the stereo in my head, playing a slow tune, some Maisie Star type deal, something layered but not distorted, just right. I'd like to sit inside the darkness of your mind and help you brush the dust away. I'd put on an incense and spark a joint, help you settle down, help you imagine a comfortable couch to lay on, where we're just indefatigable beings. We cannot quell our drive. Stagnancy is death. Walmart, Target, Home Goods, Marshalls is death. We are so creative if we just try. Our society lacks passion, lacks effort. We see shiny and buy. We repeat because we're predictable. We throw away because we're bored and only attached to the pleasure of instant gratification. And once that thing stops gratifying, it's obsolete, useless. How about that? A world full of useless items. How could that be? Oh, I know, pick me. Because we've been trained to always want more, want new, want shiny. I just bought myself underwear for the first time in years recently. I keep everything, even burnt bread. But yeah, that's it. That's everyone. Sorry, I'm the last one to go, but that's okay. And thank you all for coming and sharing your words and your music and everything in between. And yeah, next open mic is on the 26th, I believe. I'm probably wrong, but that's why you should follow us on Instagram and Facebook, White Noise GK. GK stands for Greenkill, if you didn't know. And I'm Robyn. Hopefully Summer and Moral with her little baby will be here next time, which is so exciting. And yeah, for now, arrivederci.